But use a real ass style, no. Use Manu. You just want to blame me for something. Eh? It's a real Manu. It's with the compliments of Bickles and GK Priority Insurances Limited. Be back.
Chris, I'm like the Man United players, man. We took responsibility
and beat and
did what we said we were gonna do.
Yeah. You did.
Are they ever finish this
argument there.
And we did it in the beautiful way.
Okay.
We played beautiful football, Chris.
It was beautiful.
Not the set piece maestros.
Okay. We beat Milan. Was it set pieces? No. But anyhow, carry on smartly.
Premier League, man.
Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay.
You can only imagine what we would have done to Milan.
What?
Based off.
No, you're the loss. You're the loss. Trust me.
So we beat you at your home ground, but we would have lost. That logic don't make sense.
Yeah. You didn't beat me convincingly. It wasn't like a 3-0.
Genie looking at you like something wrong with you.
No.
I'm just confused, guys. The Premier League is the UK
yeah.
Cup. Okay. All right. So where we at?
UK League. We're still talking bonuses. The debate is raging.
The customs get a bonus because somebody messaged me.
Somebody is saying that. Somebody's saying if they hit their target, they get something.
So they have a threshold.
So would they get that still?
Well, if they hit the target, maybe.
That's their thing, I guess.
Will they get an extra bonus? So I risk in my life to keep your power running, and I ain't getting nothing. And customs get 2 bonuses. That sound right?
So do political promises matter? I just that. I take my pressure tablet this morning.
I hope your power don't go.
It happened many times.
You have to call them out.
It happened many times. That's quite all right. It happened so much until I had to buy a fridge and buy a couple TV.
Oh, that's why you're against them.
Yeah.
That's why they shouldn't get a bonus.
So yeah.
You get the fridge back.
So yeah.
It's a personal thing.
Yeah. So good. Yeah, right. So persons are disgruntled in the statutory corporations, are they? You think?
I don't know. I would guess some are.
Some maybe.
Let me hear from them. Let me hear if you're a statutory.
If you're working
and you ain't getting nothing.
Finlex, CWSA,
National Properties,
National and Braxa.
What are the other statutory corporations? National Properties. CDC.
Oh yeah.
CDC. There's a few.
All right.
What about the parks and beaches? Is that
that'll come under properties?
National properties, then national properties. I think.
I don't think it comes under, but I'm not sure there's statutory.
Okay. All right. But all in all,
Tourism Authority is.
Tourism
Authority is a statutory corporation.
Okay.
They are meant to be our most important ministry right now.
Okay. So I guess tourism going to shut down now because they ain't get.
No, but the point I'm making is that I think if I worked in one of those institutions, I feel like I'm a public servant.
Okay. All right. But all in all, though.
But you disagree with that or not?
All in all, right?
No, stop moving on.
All in all.
Is that a case?
It's a fair statement.
Do I feel like if I work for Tourism Authority, Finlec, CWSA, National Properties, CDC, and whichever the other ones they have. If I work in those institutions, do I feel like I'm a public servant? Am I a public servant?
Yeah, we'll go find out now. Morning.
Morning, guys.
Hey, morning.
Look, so then they pay a bonus instead of a salary. And you totally against it. No,
I'm not totally against it. If they don't have the money, they don't have the money.
Look, you cannot say that.
But
the way you have reacted this whole morning of that issue is that the whole NDP should be hung and fired because
I didn't say that.
They're doing something different.
I didn't say that. I'm just saying a promise is a promise. If I'm going to break a promise, then I should explain to people that look, I can't do what I said.
But you will believe in this one like the worst thing they ever did in life.
I'm just pointing out that a promise was made, and if you're going to roll back on that promise, then you should state it.
The other thing I want to say.
Listen, right? If I had voted for NDP because of that promise,
I voted for change, and I'm not happy that we getting the change as quickly as I think it should be done. Because I think so far it's much ado about the same thing. Now, you have a tourist ship on a Sunday, on Sundays, for the last couple of Sundays still, and you cannot even create a little village in a heritage square so that the tourists can be able to see and buy little local arts and crafts, listen to local music, see local culture. Nothing. You're just doing the same thing that been happening for 24 years.
Fair enough. But I mean, that's a kind of different topic. And they didn't promise it.
No, but not just that, but also the time to get stuff implemented, and so you have to give them.
Which time you have a list. You have a list of when tourist ships are coming.
Yeah, but they haven't
up until the last one.
No,
I know they haven't promised it, but your promise change. And that's why I'm saying
change will come.
It's much ado of the same thing.
It's 2 months. It's 2 months they've been in office.
Yes, change.
They haven't even had their budget yet.
You know, this is the thing that's amused, and this is what has amused me. You know. We had it going like that. All these voices, you know, was so silent. When it went on so for years, nobody wanted to come out and enforce it and rush it and this. Now you have a bunch of people going there for 2 months, and you want them to work magic.
All right, guys. Michael E. John on the live is saying, I worked at CWSA for 21 years and never felt as if I was a public servant.
Interesting.
Let me take a call. Good morning.
Morning. Boy, you do it for damn it, damn if you don't, eh?
That's how it is, like. That's politics for you.
You know about him in my this sort of situation, right? We just come out of our government for 25 years. We sit down, and this can sound kind of weird coming from me, but okay. We sit down and take a lot of things.
But that's what I just saying.
And hush your mouth.
Yes.
You understand? This government just went in there. You expect them to
work magic.
Jump. Ask the public servants when last they get a bonus for 25 years on. Come on, man. I mean,
that is my point all morning long.
Fair is fair. Give the people a chance.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have to give them time to get certain things done, and then you see how school keeping. You can't judge them on 2 months. That
is my point there, Judas. They sit down and they take it. Nobody say nothing. But all of a sudden, no, it's a big thing. Why? I don't get it.
Who says the way I see it says anyone who voted for a salary bonus diminishes their argument as a statesman. That last election was about change, something different, the silence of the king.
You see a message there? Somebody
I'm not even sure. What does that mean, Jimmy?
Watch man, Sir Charles come in there.
It wasn't meant to say. Man, just say today gonna be hot in Vincy boy. Kwesi break free.
it's actually really.
I mean, Kwesi. In fairness to Kwesi, he speaks his mind.
Yeah. And this is simply the thing. We sit down and we get so accustomed to things being what they were.
Mm-hmm.
It's that now it's changing up. Being willing to accept the change because why? The change will happen now before you was poisoned that change would have come.
Yeah.
And it would have been a bad thing. And it couldn't have happened. But now it actually happened. People can't come to grips with it.
No,
That's all it is.
No, when it partially happens.
Here you again.
Something better than nothing.
Yeah.
Here Judas again.
Not if it worked for Vinlek.
It's not Judas.
Not if I work for Vinlek. Not if I work for Tourism Authority.
It's like
Not if I work for CWSA, making sure you got water at night.
Let me go again. Morning.
Good morning.
Morning, buddy.
So all we voted for was just to get bonus.
Yeah.
Okay. The rest of us in the nation who voted, what we voted for?
Some people voted for the bonus. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but then you promise a reduction in VAT. You promise a VAT free shopping day.
Mm-hmm.
You promise all sort of things. Are they concerned about bonus?
No, we're concerned about all of them.
Yeah? Concerned about what?
But listen. I think you're being a bit hypocritical, right? Because listen. Listen a minute. Listen 1 second, and then we'll listen to you, right? If a promise is made, right? The promise is made for a reason, right? It's made because it wants to sway some sector of the public to vote their way, right?
Okay.
One side said you're getting 9%. The other side said, or could be interpreted as being a double salary, right? some people would have said, boy, that looks attractive. I wouldn't mind a double salary. Let me vote for that. Right? They wouldn't have said it unless they felt it had an impact on the electorate. So you can't now dismiss it and just say that doesn't matter. If they come and explain to you and say, look, yes, we did put out something saying double salary. Yes, members of the party, senior members of the party did on a platform say double salary, right? But when we got there, we realized we are incapable of doing that. There is not enough funds there. Then I think that would be a better explanation than for us, and Chris included, to just make excuses for them. Yes, listen, compliments for paying the bonus. I think a lot of people will be happy with it. But you can't deny that some people would have said, I'm voting on that because I like the sound of a double salary.
I never said that some people didn't vote.
And I find too many people are just dismissing it and saying, oh, well, you should be satisfied with whatever. That's not the case. That's not how life runs. And just because the last government did it to us, that doesn't mean that we have to accept politicians lying to us now.
I never said that.
If you don't know whether there's sufficient funds in the treasury to do it, then come out and say there weren't sufficient funds and we thought there was more money going to be there than we actually met. But stop making the excuses for them. Let them make excuses for themselves.
I am simply saying.
I find you being a hypocrite.
No, but let me deal with you now.
Deal with me.
27,000 people voted for the NDP. Okay? They're not all public servants.
No, they're not. Of course they're not.
I'm self-employed. I'm a businessman. Okay, I voted for the NDP.
Right.
I don't know who you voted for. You could tell me if you wish to. But
I voted NDP.
But you didn't vote for borders. You voted for change.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. So why
I didn't even vote for a change. I voted to get the last set out. I thought the last set were too much.
Okay, so you vote against the government.
I didn't even vote for change. I just voted it's time for some time for them to go.
So what do you call that?
Change. Everybody
change the faces, yeah.
Everybody did vote for borders.
No, I agree, but you can't just now come out and dismiss it as nothing. That if in the budget they announce that VAT going up, are you going to say, well, that's just how it is? Is that what you're going to say?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Right. So don't make allowances for one thing, but not for another thing. Right. If they said it was double salary and now they realize they can't do it, then say so. Say, all right, sorry, we can't do that. What we cannot do with a new government is as we did with the previous government, is make excuses for them. Let them make their own excuses.
I'm not making excuses.
Yeah, you are. You're trying to say shut up and be satisfied with what they gave.
If something offends anybody, whole world will offend.
Huh?
If anything offends anybody, will offend. I have no holds bad mouth.
Man, you sound like you're making excuses.
No, I'm making excuses, not a soul.
Don't be an apologist for anybody. Be an apologist for yourself, not for other people.
All right.
Chris.
Yeah.
Luke is arguing this morning, right? Mm-hmm. As if Hot 97 is a statutory body of the government, and he feels.
No, I'm not.
I'm
just saying, right? You can't lambast the previous government for making promises that they didn't fulfill, right? Mm-hmm. They promised 30% salary and they only give 10%, say, right? Mm-hmm. This new government is basically starting off in a similar fashion. They promised double pay, double salary, and now they're saying, well, here's $2,000. Now, I'm not saying $2,000 is nothing, mm-hmm. and a lot of people will be very happy for it.
So would you feel?
But I don't think we should be in the habit of allowing politicians to make promises, not fulfill them without explanation. Okay, if you're not going to deliver what you promised, then at least come and explain it.
So Friday morning on the Friday report, when the Prime Minister comes out and gives his report, you'd feel okay with him saying, what, guys, sorry, we thought XYZ was in the treasury and they weren't, blah, blah, blah. You'll be okay with that.
The problem with the government
you answer the question.
No, I would be. But the problem is the new government is not even saying that they promised it, even though we could pull up endless material where they did say it.
Okay.
Maybe so if it was a misspeak, then say it was a misspeak, or say that it was
So you want more accountability?
Yes, that's what we've all been. That's what we voted for.
Okay.
And I find Chris and them are being too apologetic too early in the movie.
All right.
Hold them to account. Make them. I should not be an apologist. I voted NDP, but I should not be an apologist for NDP. Let them make their own apologies.
Okay, Chris, take a call.
Morning.
Good morning.
Hey, morning.
Right. The problem is, we would want to make some decisions, and I agree with Luke's support that they should come out and say something. But also, I want to show if they come out and say that, we would have been on the argument this morning that see what happened. We should have said that we should not have made that promise not knowing exactly what was there before. We always find excuse for everything. But even if they would have to talk about.
Let me get out of that. Let me hold them to account. If there's no money to pay it, fair enough. There's no money to pay it.
Yes, but I'm saying even if they come out and say that, look,
it is not our job though. It is not our job to apologize for them. They are the ones that made the promise. We didn't make the promise.
Yes, but I agree. But even if they came out and apologized, I am guaranteed the topic this morning would have been, they know that they're outside in opposition. They should have made that promise.
There'll always be.
We would have a different argument this morning.
All right. So
the fact of the matter is, over all these years, no civil servants got those kind of money. You understand me? And $21 million is a lot of money. You understand me? For our country. So we should even realize that 21 million at that rate. It's plenty money for Clinton.
Yes, but again, though, right? They were the ones that made the promise, not us. I don't promise bonuses if I can't pay it.
Right, but I'm saying at the end of the day, even if they have came out and said it before, Luke, this morning we would have been talking about they should not have made the promise in opposition because they don't know what they would meet in church with. That would have been the argument this morning, so we would have still find something else to criticize.
Yeah, but that's life. That's life. We criticized the last government for 25 years.
Yes, but exactly.
I didn't hear you complain then when we used to criticize the previous government. You didn't complain.
Yeah, but you
don't want to get in the habit.
As I said, if you look at the magnitude of the money they just paid out in bonus, that alone should tell you it had to be a struggle to even try to pay double bonus. $21 million.
I'm not disputing that, but I'm still saying, right, our job is to hold governments to account.
I agree.
We do not want to be like we were with the last government, where they blatantly lied to us.
The other thing is that the statutory bodies, remember, they're basically managed by a board of directors, right? And they're not directly, the board reports to the government. Remember now, there's no current board for all these statutory bodies that exist because all the boards are dissolved. So I guess we would have to wait and see exactly what, at least over a month or so, and see exactly if the government would adjust that part of it. So I think it's unfair for them to.
Well, they did address it. They said that when the boards are reconstituted, they would have to decide for themselves.
Exactly, because they won't know the financial situation of these corporations. Right. You understand me? Without a board present, whether they could pay and what they can pay.
All right, sir.
All right, there we go. Right. That's going to wrap right there. It's going to come to you with a company of Pickles and the GK Priority Insurance.